channel. Today I will be talking about the facts about Benin. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. This channel will be a lot of adventures that you will learn. And hit that subscribe button to see more of my videos. And like this video if you found this interesting. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Benin is named after the body of water on which it lies, the Bight of Benin. Benin flag has three colors, green, yellow, and black. The yellow and green represents the savannas and palm groves located in the south of the country, and the red represents the bloody soldiers who fought for the country. The citizens of the Republic of Benin are called Beninese. Benin is a from north to south long stretch country in the West Africa, east of Togo and west of Nigeria. It is bordered to the north by Burkina Faso and Niger, and south by the Bight of Benin and Gulf of the Guinea, the part of the North Atlantic Ocean which is roughly south of West Africa. The capital is Porto Novo, which the official language was French, was located in the south. However, the seat of the government and the most governmental buildings are located just a few kilometers southwest in the largest city called Khartoum, located in the coast. Each ethnic group has its own language which is also spoken. Most of those living in the various ethnic communities also speak the dominant language of each region. The most widely spoken languages are Fon, Ging, aka Mina, members of the Kiwa branch of the Niger-Congo family of African languages. Bariba, a member of the Gru branch of the Niger-Congo family. Yoruba, one of a small group of languages that constitute the Yoruboid cluster of the Difo sub-branch of the Benin-Congo branch of the Niger-Congo family, and Dendi, one of the Sonuge languages, which are generally assumed to constitute the primary branch of the Nilo-Saharan language family. Christian missions has been active in the coastal region since the 16th century, and almost half of the total population is Christian. Of the Christians, about half are Roman Catholic, while the remainder includes small groups of Methodist, Baptist, and independent Christian denominations. Islam has inherited in north and south. About 1/4 of the total population is Muslim, nearly all of whom are Sunni. Some 1/4 of the population adheres to the traditional beliefs. Voodoo, as known as voodoo or voodoo, which originated in the area of Western Africa that includes what is now as Benin and was brought to the Caribbean and the Americas by Africans enslaved during the Atlantic slave trade in the 17th through 19th century. In addition, many adherents of Christianity and Islam also included some elements of traditional belief in their practices. In the South, animist religions, which includes festus, objects regarded with awe as the embodiment of a powerful spirit for which Benin is renowned, retain their traditional strength. Despite attempts at greater national unity and integration since 1960, differences among Benin's ethnic groups survive to a marked degree. The Fon, who make up about 2/5 of the population, live in various parts of the country and especially in Cotonou. The Yoruba, who are related to the Nigerian Yoruban, live mainly in southeastern Benin and constitute about 1/8 of Benin's population. In Vicinity of Porto Novo, the Gon and the Yoruba, known in Poop and Kitu as Nigo or Nigot, are an intermix as to be hardly distinguishable. Among other southern groups are various Adja people, including Izo, Yahuli, and Mina. The Bariba, the fourth largest ethnic group, comprise several subgroups and make up about 1/10 of Benin's population. They inhabit the northeast, especially towns such as Niki and Kendi that were once Barida Kingdom. The Samba, as known as the Tamari, are found in Nati Tinubu and in villages in the northwest. Other northern groups include the Dindi, the Pila, as known as Pila Pila, the Yolukpa, and the nomadic Fulani. Europeans, Lebanese, South Asians, and Africans from other countries are among the foreigners who reside in Benin, primarily in Cotonou and Porto Novo. Benin became independent from France on August 1st, 1960. The capital of Benin, Porto Novo, was developed as a port for the slave trade. The country was named Benin on November 30, 1975. Earlier it was known as Dahomey. The country measures about 325 kilometers, as known as 202 millimeters at its widest point. The early Punjabi in Benin harbors the largest remaining population of lions in West Africa. While cotton is the country's main export item, the economy of the country is also dependent on agriculture and regional trade. The country's only seaport and international airports are in Cotonou, which is also the largest city in the country. About 70% of the working population depends on agriculture. Since the mid-1980s, Benin has produced yams, cassava, corn, as known as muesli, millet, beans, and rice to achieve self-sufficiency in staple foods. Among cash crops, the formerly predominant palm product output declined considerably in the 1980s, but cotton output rose. The output of karate peanuts, as known as groundnuts, cocoa beans, and coffee also has increased. Livestock include cattle, sheep, and goats, pigs, horses, and poultry. Substantial quantities of fish are caught annually in the lagoons and rivers, which coastal fishing produces a smaller but growing amount. Most of the fish is exported to Nigeria or Togo. Shrimp and deep sea fishing are developing using modern vessels. The original rainforest, which covered most of the southern part of the country, has now largely been cleared, except near the rivers. In its place, many oil palms and lunar palms has been planted and food crops are cultivated. North of Aduni, the vegetation is an intermixture of forest and savanna, as known as grassy parkland, giving way farther north to savanna. Apart from the oil and lunar palms, trees include coconut palms, kapok, mahogany, and ebony. In the extreme north is the W National Park, which is 1,938 square miles, which extend into Burkina Faso and Niger. Its varied animals life includes elephants, leopards, lions, antelope, monkeys, wild pigs, crocodiles, and buffalo. There are many species of snakes, including pythons and puff adders, birds including guinea fowl, wild duck, and partridge, as well as many tropical species. In the Pajari National Park, which is 1,062 square miles, borders on Burkina Faso. There are two paths, mostly two-lane road networks. One runs parallel to the coast of Gulf of Guinea from Togolese border to Cotonou and near Porto Novo to the Nigerian border. The other road runs north from Cotonou near Aduni and Dassa to Parakou in the north. Roads from Parakou to Niger's border are from near Abomey to Burkina Faso border are unpaved and are barely passable in the rainy seasons. There is a railroad from Cotonou to Parakou. Another railroad parallel to the coast does not extend to either the Togolese or the Nigerian border. Interconnect coastal lagoons are navigable by small craft known as paraguays. The Omeakufu and Mono rivers are navigable by small boats for several dozen miles. The country's only port is at Cotonou. An international airport in Cotonou links Benin with other countries of Africa and with Europe. There is also limited domestic airline services. The transportation that they take in Benin is buses, taxis, motorcycles, trains, and more, and also boats. The public education system has followed the French pattern since colonial times. A 6-year primary school cycle, which is for children ages 6 to 11, is followed by 6 years of secondary education, which is for ages 12 through 17. In the mid-1970s, major reforms were introduced both to conform to the then prevalent Marxist-Leninist ideologies and to shed French influence. The reforms fell as teacher parents and university bonds. Students objected to the lowering of standards, and the reforms were largely abandoned by the late 1980s. The University of Abu Kalavavi, presently as known as the University of Dahomey, since 1970 to 1975, and the National University of Benin 1975 to 2001, located in Cotonou, was founded in 1970. The university's student body has been, along with workers, the main political force in the country since the early 1980s. The University of Parakou was founded in 2001. Soccer, also known as football, is the national sport and the most popular one in Benin. The high prices of legal petrol forces the local to buy it illegally for cheap. Petrol is illegally sourced from Nigeria and is sold in the country. Petrol stations are scarce in the country. Benin also has other sports that people participate in. They are tennis and track and field. The extraordinary Voodoo Festival, which takes place in Oudoua, a small town and former slave port in the West African country of Benin. The annual Voodoo Festival gathers visitors from far and wide. It's a week that brings together priests and dignitaries, rich and poor, locals and visitors from as far afield as the Caribbean and France. The festival commemorates the estimated 60 million people who lost their homelands and their freedom during the African slave trade. Benin every year on January 10th is a once-seen, never-forgotten experience. It's the must-attend event in the Voodoo calendar, a celebration of the Voodoo religion and the cults associated with it, and draws fetish priests, adepts, traditional chiefs, and onlookers from far and wide. There are ritual sacrifices plus dancing, drinking, and the constant pounding of drums. Benin's national dish is kuli, providing nutrients, protein, and substance to the poor and often malnourished locals who have limited access to food. This simple meal consists of ground, smushed peanuts that are shaped into balls, or biscuits which are deep fried in their own oils. Corn is the starch of choice in the more fertile south, whereas yams are most popular in the dry north. In both cases, the starch is cooked down into a mush-like consistency and eaten with the fingers. This traditional preparation is called fufu. The entire country also eats white rice cooked in rich, fatty coconut milk with affordable. This tradition spread to the Caribbean, where it remains popular. Peanuts are also traditional and are used many ways in Benin, the most prevalent of which is called kuli. Kuli are ground peanuts bound together to create balls, which are then deep fried. This rich treat is essentially deep fried peanut butter. Sounds heart-stoppingly good. Spiced peanut sauce is the ketchup of Benin. This simple condiment is quickly wiped up from local ingredients and powdered over fufu, rice, and meats. The sauce is kicked up with some chili powder or cayenne, onion, and bologna. The ocean currents near Benin can be wild and erratic, making fishing dangerous. Still, seafood is popular amongst the Southerns. Most fishing is done in lagoons by small boats, shrimp and crab are the two most common catches. The more northern areas must rely on other sources of protein, often a special cheese called wagasi, as known as wangash, or goat, chicken, beef, and bashni, as known as local gamey. The celebration stew served on holidays such as Independence Day or National Holiday Ludu, called agu gland, and made from shellfish, tomatoes, onions, and hot sauce. Many dishes in Benin are fried in peanut or palm oil. Spicy chili peppers, tomatoes, and onions, stewing, smoking, and grilling are also common meat preparation, although meat is served only occasionally in this poor nation. The common food that they eat are yams, a karage, which peeled black-eyed peas formed into balls and then deep fried with peanut butter sauce. Well, there you have it, folks. Those were facts about Benin. But before you go, don't forget to check out my website at itsglossy.thecartel.com and visit my Instagram page at itsofficial_glossy_. This will be also in the description box below, so do check it out. Give this a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you could be the first one notified when I post a new video. Shout out to Lidmana channel and Ahmed Talent, and thank you guys for commenting below. If you want to be a part of my shout out gang, make sure you comment down below anything and hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.